Hey, it's Ashley with Paint It Up, and we're gonna paint a backpack like Dora. We're gonna do this for back to school because back to school's coming. It's not quite here yet, but we're getting there. Okay. And I wrote welcome back on it because I thought, you know, a kid might want to use it, but you don't have to do welcome back, but it's on here. Okay. So let's paint it. I think I want to do like a fun, like maybe like turquoise color. Okay. Because that's a cute backpack. So when you hop on, say hello. Gotta shake my paint up. If you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay and let me know. Glad you're here. All right, so I'm gonna paint. Ooh, this is pretty. This is Craft Smart Aqua. So that's Michael's house brand. Normally I don't use this, but I'm gonna actually use like a little bit of white too to kind of give it a little bit of depth, but I'm gonna paint the backpack all this color first, except for the, I don't know if I should do the handles. I think I might do the handles black or gray instead of this color. I don't know. Let me think on that for a minute. Hope you're having a good day. It's hot outside. I've got about 4 teenage boys at my house right now, so let's pray they stay down there. They're outside in the yard, in the driveway, cleaning out cars and hanging out. I come off recording a podcast and I got a bunch of kids at my house. So, what I'm gonna do, sorry, so I'm painting this whole thing. I'm just going over the etch lines. It's got like some little patches we're gonna put on it. And then I want to add like a little bit of dimension to it to make it look like a backpack. Because it's got a little pocket on the front. And we're going to make it look cute. Some little patches. I don't know if people do patches on book bags anymore, but we did when we were younger. This color is kind of like transparent. Like it's sort of letting the wood show through a little bit, which is okay, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do that piece up top and I think I'm going to do the piece up top and the straps a different color. All right, so let's use a little bit of white. So let me get some white paint. And I'm using the big jug of white today. This is a file that is available to my art girls. This is one of the July files. Actually, it's not a July file. It was like a set of like 3 or 4 just like bonus ones that I did for them for like back to school stuff. But I'm gonna do the pockets just a little bit, a little white in there. I'm just sort of adding a little white to the pockets. I'll probably actually go around and do this for multiple places, but because I think I like the color with a little bit of white in it. But I want to give it just a little bit more dimension so it's not so just one color. I want to make it look like it's got those pockets, and I'm just sort of getting a coat of paint on here. Adding a little bit of that white in there with it. So this is the little zipper part on the front. And we'll outline this with black too, but I still want to use a little bit of this white to help. That's like the pouch, the zipper part for the big part of it. Let's go around that. I remember getting a new backpack was like the most fun thing ever. Hey Linda, just make sure you type the exclamation point in front of notify. It has to be exclamation point notify or my chat bot won't recognize it. So just make sure you put that exclamation point in front of it all together. All right, so we got a little bit of white in there. This is just making the book bag look more like a book bag, okay? That's what I'm trying to do anyways. Am I succeeding? Heck, I don't know, but we tried. I'm gonna put a little bit more white here. This is kind of like that little pocket on the front. So I wanna make it just a little bit darker. And I'm gonna do a little bit more white on the sides. And if it gets too dark, I'll just add a little bit of okay. All right, I think I want to do gray on the handles and the straps or whatever. So I'm just going to use a little bit of gray. Almost out of gray paint. All right, so let's paint in gray here. I'm actually just using the same brush and just putting a little gray on it. It just kind of keeps the same like tone of the, it's got a little bit of that aqua still in it. So that's just a way to kind of keep the same like shade or tone in there. So just a little way I like to use that gray. I'm just going to go back over that a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to do black up here for this top part. I'm going to get a little bit of a smaller brush because that brush is way too big. I think I have some black in my little extra box over here. I'm going to paint this little top little tag, and we'll add some details to it a little bit later. But for now, I feel like singing that Doris song about our backpack. I don't know, do you call it a backpack or a book bag? Because some people, I've always called it a book bag, but apparently that's not right. People look at me like I'm crazy when I call things a pocketbook, but that's what I call a purse, is a pocketbook. But somebody said, what is a pocketbook? And I said, a purse? And they looked at me like I had 4 heads. So, we're gonna paint the zipper on here too, because I've got 2 little places for the zipper. So, here's one here. I'm going to do that with the gray, maybe just a little bit of white mixed in with it. You could even do silver, but I already got this paint, so that's what we're using. So those are my little little zippers. Okay. And then I'm going to sit this to the side for just a second because I have my little patches. I have a little heart and a little star, and then something that says stay cool. So let's do this like I think a hot pink would be really cute. Like maybe like a little hot pink color. This is kind of like sort of reddish, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of white to it to make it more of like a pink for the star, for the heart. All right, that looks kind of mauve. We need more like red. Because we don't want it to be mauve. Oh yeah, that's better. I want like a fuchsia pink. And it's got like some little stitches around the edge of it. We'll add that in with a paint pen, but. So this will just kind of like lay on our little thing here. Hey, Kelly, yes, I'm working on the Mahjong signs for you. So I'll send you some stuff. I'm working on them. I have not forgot about you. It just takes a lot to draw them up and make them look cute and all the things. So I'll send some to you. Hopefully I can get them finished tonight or tomorrow, one of the two, but I'll get them for you. Then let's do like a yellow for this little star. Ooh, that's way too much yellow. Let's get some of that off. I'm so organized over here. This is looking like it needs to be shook up. Like it doesn't look very good. It's like it's kind of watery. So I don't think this is shook up good. And this is just deco art. Yeah, that's better. That is bright yellow. Because I want to use colors that'll really pop off of this teal. And I thought about the Stay Cool. I might do white with just like, maybe like purple writing or something. Just, you know, some fun little colors. So hopefully I can be good with one coat on the patches, but we'll see. All right, let's get some white and paint in the patch. Okay. Yay, well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you said hey. I'm trying to stay cool, like my patch says right here, my little patch for my book bag, because it's hot. My son is outside working on his car because he said his air conditioner is leaking inside his car, and he's on the phone with my husband trying to fix it. And he was underneath the car when I went out there. I'm like, Lord, let me just go back in here and do some work because I ain't even trying to get involved in that. I'm going live. Hey! Tell me how you pronounce your name. Ada? How do you say that? Because I do not want to butcher it. Adia? Is that? I say Adia. That's probably what I would say, but I don't want to be butchering your name. I'm trying to watch you go live every night on TikTok and support, but I missed it last night, I think. I was feeling a little tired. I was on a struggle. Them murals are whooping my tail, man. I'm telling you. I had to take the day off today. Well, I didn't take the day off, but I didn't paint murals today because your girl's back was hurting. Crawling around on the floor, standing on a ladder. I needed a break, and I'll go back at it tomorrow. And I was trying to get some stuff. Adia. See, I was right. Yeah, girl. No, I'll never forget it. I love some Adia. Lord have mercy. All right, so this is how our patches kind of look like laying on there. Of course, I got to let them dry and all that. I think I'm going to just do the letters in white and just use like a paint pen to do those versus do paint. But then I was kind of like, well, what about if I did the letters like black? Because I'm going to have black outlines. Black would probably stand out better. So, I don't know. I think I might do black. I feel like I'll like the black better. I don't know. I'm weird about white letters. I don't know why, but like, they stress me out because white is just, the black just goes on easy and it just, you know, so let's do black letters because it'll make my heart happier. It's just easier to paint black on these little letters sometimes than it is white. White looks good, but I'm gonna tell you, if I do white letters, 9 times out of 10, I do I do the spray paint because it's just easier. So going live is hard. Listen, I tell you what, like, it's hard work going live, and people do not understand that don't do it. Like, it's a lot of work to come up with ideas and, you know, sit down in front of your, I'm introverted by nature. I know that's hard to believe, but it is true. It is very hard though to like make the time to go live and show up and, or just record content, not even go live, just recording content is hard because it takes a lot of, you know, energy out of you to do it, especially if you're introverted, because I am, you know. I get my energy by like being by myself reading or like, but I love interacting with people too, like, and helping people, and but it can be overwhelming at times, and like, you know, I go through phases where I'm like, ooh, I want to go live all the time, and then other times I'm like, I just want to stay in my bed. So, but I usually try to do like some batch, like content creation, where I will record several videos at one time. And then I need to do that again. Like, I try to do it at least twice a month, where I just sit down and paint a bunch of stuff and then schedule it out, because that makes me less stressed. But I feel like I haven't caught up since I came back from vacation. So anyhow, but I'm enjoying seeing all your things. Now, have you been have you been in the portal and like looked around and seen accessed it yet? Have you been in there and played around any? Okay. Because I'm assuming you have a laser, right? Hey, Cindy. I'm trying to learn more about you. All right, so I'll let these dry and then I'll glue them on. Here in just a second. Let's use, I think I want to do purple on this. I think that'll be cute. So I'm just going to use a Posca pen, purple Posca, and just go over my letters. The letters are etched on there for me, so all I have to do is just paint in the lines. And there's a line around the edge, but I think I'm going to do that in black instead of purple. So there we are. Stay cool. Yes, the fruit stack. Okay, yes, now it's coming back to me, girl. It's been a little much. Okay, yay. Yes. Do it, girl. Do it. I don't use my laser as much as I used to. I used to use it a lot more when I had a studio and had classes and everything, but so now I'll just cut fun stuff to paint. But I love the versatility that it has, and I love being able to, like, you know, design something or I have an idea for something and I'm like, ooh, I'm cutting that. So, and these were just, this little backpack was just one of the extra ones that I gave the art girls when they were, for y'all to to do for fun, for back to school. And I haven't got to paint any of the designs this month other than one because I've been doing other stuff. I've got a lot of murals to do. I'm working on the murals, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and paint. And I was like, I'm going live today. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So here we are. All right. Oh, where's my dot for my, I should have welded those together, but anyway. All right. So I did the black. I want it to be, I'll glue those down in just a minute, but let's go in and do like some outlines and sort of like bring this thing to life a little bit. I don't, need to put another little coat on that. Okay. And we're going to use our paint pen because I think my paint pen's over yonder on the table. Listen, you will find that Ashley is a little chaotic. And 9 times out of 10, she never has the stuff she needs when it's time for her to go live. No, she don't. No, she don't. I have a Boss laser. It's the LS 2440 model. So it is, my bed is about, I usually cut, I think my bed's like 23 by 36, maybe 37, somewhere around in there. But that is, and I chose to go like the bigger route versus the smaller one when I bought mine because I knew I would be cutting like a lot of files and stuff because I had a studio and I did paint classes and all that. So I bought a bigger like industrial one and I'm so thankful I did because I can actually fit a whole like 2x4 sheet of plywood in mine and it's amazing. So my husband cuts them down for me. I usually get my wood from like a local lumber yard, but I say local, it's about 45 minutes from me. So I do have to drive to it a good little bit ways, but it's cheaper than getting it from like my, from like a Home Depot or wherever. So, but I will tell you, I bought some 1/4-inch birch this last time from Home Depot. Shout out Home Depot. Because my birch was, I just didn't have time to run all the way up there and I just needed a little bit. Of course, I paid more for it. But I'm going to tell you what, I told my husband, I think it might be just a smidge thinner, which is okay. But like it cuts like butter. It cuts so good. And I was like, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, decide between time and cost. And sometimes you pay a little bit more because it saves you time. So if I go up to the lumber yard, you know, it's an hour there, an hour back. You know, so not that that's a huge deal. Like, you know, I live in a small town. So some people are like, oh my God, driving an hour is not a big deal. But for me, it is sometimes because if I do it, that's at least 2.5, 3 hours out of my day, you know, to go up there. And, you know, the Home Depot is literally like 10 minutes away. So it's, you know, sometimes it just, you have to end up sacrificing a little bit of money sometimes for your time. And in that situation, that's what I did because I did not have time to go all the way up there that day. So that's what ended up happening. I'm just using a little, I like mixed a little bit of blue in with my teal and I'm just going around and creating like some darker like shadow areas on here just to make my book bag look more like a book bag, if that makes sense, before I do the black lines. But I love the Boss. I think if I ever buy again, I would lean toward maybe a Thunder because I've heard good things about Thunder and Mira. But I've been very happy. I've had mine a little over almost 4 years. December will be 4 years. Well, actually, I didn't get it till February. I started paying on it before I got it. But mine's paid off now, thankfully. I did like a lease program or, you know, like a rent to own kind of like thing. And mine is paid off, thankfully, and it was one of the best purchases that I could ever do for my business. I have nothing but good things to say about Boss. I love it, and I mean, would I buy another one? Absolutely. I just don't have anywhere to put another one, and I don't really need another one because my business has changed. But when I first started, I actually thought that I wanted like a fleet of lasers, and that's what I was going to do. And then, you know, the Lord took me in a different direction, and that's okay. So, no more to the fleet. I don't need a fleet anymore. But, and I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of like, to this, sort of like, to my little, I'm actually making like the inside of these a little bit darker, and then there might be hard to see, but I'm making the inside just a little darker. Oh, I'm just rolling off my little pieces right here. But a laser is always a good investment if you know that you're going to use it. It's definitely a great investment, and I have gotten my money's worth. I've never had to replace the tube, thankfully, yet. I know eventually I will, but it's, like I said, I've had it, gosh, 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And I mean, and I've got a lot of hours on it, but I have not had to replace my tube yet, thankfully. Cut a lot of signs with it, but I do not regret purchasing it at all. Hey, Gina. I hope you're having a good day. Did you work hard today? I was so proud of you for going live and showing your little technique. I love that technique. I use it all the time. So I'm so proud of you for going live. I was like, look at her. I felt like a little mama, like her little baby bird coming out of the nest. Just tell me to shut up. I'm just using a little bit of like dry brush to kind of add some little bit of texture on here. All right, so let me go and just take my glue. Yes, I do. I do remember that. Yes. Did I put that in the, I don't know. I thought I added it to the library, but I may not have. Let me know if I didn't, if that's what you were going to ask. Hey, Cindy. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to see. If my chat bot sends you something weird, just ignore it. Somebody, you know, just ignore it. I thought I added that one to the portal, but I may not have, Adia. So if I didn't, I will do that. I'll do it before I go to church tonight, when I get off of this live, if it's not in there. And that may not even be your question, but. Okay, so this is kind of, let's glue these down next. All right, so when I'm gluing these down, normally what I will do is I like to just squirt like a little bit of like glue on a tray, or if you want my honest opinion, a lot of times I use just a scrap piece of paper or my table. But I'm just going to use this scrap piece of paper right here. Okay, I'll look. I bet I forgot to add it in there, so I will definitely get it added in there. I'll do that as soon as I get off this live. I think I forgot to put it in there because it was an old file, actually, and somebody wanted a blank of it, and I was like, oh, and I could not find the file, so I had to recreate it because I lost all my files several years ago. Oh, and So I had to recreate the file, and I bet I just forgot to drop it in the portal, because I try to do it immediately or I'll forget to do it. So I'm working on adding like some more. I'm trying to like build that library up, because I have just started being a file designer. So I didn't always design files, very rarely, a few here and there, but I used to only buy them. So, because I didn't have time. You're either a file designer or you're a painter. It's really hard to be both. So I'm using, no, you are fine. I love, Karen, this is just my preference is Gorilla Wood Glue. Sorry, I'm missing my comment. I'm so glad you joined too, Cindy. I'm so glad you're in there. I'm glad you caught me live. It's just Gorilla Wood Glue. I also like Stick Fast. That's a good one. The only downside to Gorilla Glue, and you can see I'm just like I squirted a little bit out there, and I'm sticking it on the paper, because if you try to squirt it on there, it just gets a bunch on there, and I don't like the way that looks. So I just use this as like because it's not heavy. It doesn't need a whole lot to hold it on. This is permanent. It lasts a long time. You don't have to worry about, because I had somebody's wind knock off their door hanger, and she messaged me and was like, I don't know what kind of glue you use, but the wind knocked my door hanger off my door and nothing popped off of it. And I was like, Gorilla Glue, baby. Gorilla Glue. So, have you logged into the portal yet, Cindy, and looked around? If you have any questions about that, make sure, I can't remember. I've had several. Make sure you're in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined yet, hop in there. Let's do the little stitches on here. Let me find my pen. I need a bigger one. You're welcome. You are welcome. I love the Gorilla Glue. I mean, some people might tell you different, but I've always used it and I love it. So that's what I stick with. All right, I want to do I think I'm going to do these white actually, because I said I wanted to do them, but I think they'll show up better as white stitches. So I'm just going to go in, and the lines are already etched on here. But as I was saying earlier, like originally I was just buying other people's files, and I felt this transition for a while for several years actually to move to like designing my own files and not buying other people's files, because the market does get saturated a lot of times with like the same files and people using this, which is great if it's a bestseller or whatever like that. But I felt like, you know, I wanted something that was my own and individual, and you know, I really didn't have intentions of like kind of having this group, but it's just the Art Girls group. But I'm like, it was a thing that just God was just impressed on me, and because I felt like I felt alone a lot of times when I was first starting out with my art business, because I actually started doing paint parties before paint parties were cool. And so when I first started, like, there was really nobody doing paint parties other than like paint and sip places. And then when I opened my studio, it was just, I was not on socials a lot other than just to literally promote myself. So it was just kind of this learning curve that I didn't know was, you know, and I just was like, I want to service the person that I used to be and help people that, you know, were like me and are like who I was, and give them access to things to make their business grow and be able to help them in their business. So, or find ways to help them just be creative, even if they don't want to make money, but just creative tools. Like if you just like to paint you just like to sit down with your girlfriends and paint, you got access to all the things that you need to do that. It's like you don't have to think about what to paint next. So hence why we are there. All right, I'm just moving these out of the way so I can do my outlines. And so we've kind of got like our little, I need to add all the little details on it and all that stuff. Thank you so much. That means so much. I love it, and literally I know it sounds so crazy, but like I pray for y'all, and I want to be a resource for y'all. And if you're like, I need an answer to this, Ashley, if I don't know the answer, I'll find it from somebody. So I just want to help encourage ladies, because we all need more encouragement, because the world is mean. People are mean. People be crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm the good kind of crazy, you know, like the fun crazy. All right, so here is, I did add like the little outline around the black, around the Stay Cool, and around my little star. And then I'm just going to go in and create like my little outline around my zipper, and just add like some little fun little details there. I don't want to go over the blue. I just want to add the black like around where the blue, to the side of the blue. So the blue kind of helped me create that little bit of a shadow, and then the black is just going to help give me like some definition, like from a distance, where like, you know, it would kind of get lost because it's so far away. So I feel like Dora with her little backpack. I love this so much. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. And I love that you're in my friend Regina's group. I love her so much. She is precious. She's so much fun. And she's so cute. We say that we are just like cut from the same mold. So, hey, Nicole. Yes, and I am so excited. Nicole is going to be and me and you, we are so much alike. I've enjoyed just like chatting with you over voice messages the last few days. Like, just like yesterday I was like, oh, I can't wait to hear what Nicole's got to say about this and about this business thing and that business thing and all of it. Because I don't have many business friends that I talk business to around here. So I like that. But yeah, me and you, Nicole, we think the same too a lot. So I'm excited that you're going to be in my Art Girls group, and she's going to be talking about using templates and SVGs, and if you don't have a laser, how to do it with like a scroll saw. So I'm telling you, you are going to love her. She's so smart and she's so creative. And so I'm excited for her. She will be in the group next week, and she'll be live on the Facebook group, and then I will of course add the replay to the portal, but it'll be live in the Facebook group for 30 days and you can go back and watch it. But she's a wealth of knowledge. Funny story, when I first went to like my first like business retreat, this is a funny story, you'll get a kick out of this, and I've told this to Nicole, so she already knows it, but one of the ladies that painted with me a lot, this was right after COVID, and I am, you know, just like walking around, and one of my friends sees Nicole, and one of my like people see Nicole in the background, and they are like, oh my gosh, you're there with Nicole from Afraid Not. I need you to take a picture with her and send it to me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who Nicole from Afraid Not is, but I'll find her, because I was not really on socials, but I just thought that was a lot of fun. So I had a good laugh over that, because, and I always tell Nicole that story because it cracks me up. So I'm just going in and adding like little accent lines on here, nothing fancy. I'm just trying to like create just a little bit of depth with but I just think this will be so cute for back to school. And I could even do like, look at how cute this one is about, I want to say this one's about 18 inches, but I'm going to add some twine to it. I cannot see y'all. We're going to have so much fun. Okay, Cindy, you've had one for, do you have like an industrial one, or do you have like a smaller, like tabletop one? Do you have like one of the, like a Glowforge or whatever? Yes, it was so funny because I was like, I don't even know who Nicole is. What are you talking about? Who is Nicole? And then, but yes, and then just to grow that friendship and being in masterminds with you and coaching groups with you. Yes. Now I can say, I know who Nicole is. I know her. Love her so much. I'm trying to convince her to move to South Carolina. She won't do it, but trying to get you over here to South Carolina. From the West Coast, you know. And I just use twine. I know some people like to use like wire and beads and all that. Sometimes I will, but I just like to use twine and put a bow on there. And I'll add a bow and I'll take a picture of it. But how cute is this little backpack? And I think it would be so fun to use, like, even, you could even, as a teacher, like if you had the SVG file, you could make it like an interchangeable and like put like the teacher's name up here and make it into like a little interchangeable door hanger that, you know, so. Oh, where at? Adia, where are you at in North Carolina? How far are you from me? Because I totally need to like meet up with you. That would be so fun. We could do like a live together. That would be so much fun. I would love that. You'll have to tell me where you're at. If you want to. If you don't want to, you can message me if you don't want to put it out there publicly. But I just be putting everything out there on the internet, so I don't even be thinking. But yeah, this would be cute to make like a personalized like teacher one. And it could be like the little interchangeable pieces. So you could put an apple or a sun or a flower or whatever and interchange it. That would be really cute for teachers. So, but yeah, I'm going to add a little bow to it, and I think that will be super cute. Let's do it, girl. I mean, some places in North Carolina could be like really far away. So from me, I'm in like the upstate of South Carolina. So, I'm like right near the North Carolina line. Greensboro, okay. Oh my gosh, listen, one of my friends that I do a podcast with, my friend Blair, she is from Greensboro. That's where her family is from. Oh, Sherry, you're in Loris. So is that kind of like down like toward, going toward the beach? Because I've seen Loris before. So that's kind of like toward the beach, isn't it? I feel like. I could be wrong, but I love it. I love seeing my friends that are close. So fun. Yay. Yeah, I would totally love to do that. That would be so fun. You need to break me in, Adia, to go in live on TikTok, because I'm like so nervous about that, because people on TikTok, man, they can be a little cruel. They can be mean, man, and I don't think my little heart can handle it. But I will have to tell my my friend Blair, her family is from Greensboro, so that's kind of cool. Like she was just there not too long ago because her stepmom passed away. But yeah, so I'm familiar with Greensboro. It's about like, I think that's like maybe 3 hours for me. So that's not bad, girl. Yeah. Okay, near North Myrtle. Yeah, we could totally meet up and do that. Adia, that would be so much fun. I would love that. I'll go to Greensboro. And I'll just bring Blair with me because that's where her family is and she can kind of show me around. Near North Myrtle. Listen, I love some Myrtle. I usually go to like, Ocean Lakes if I go to Myrtle or whatever. Hey, Sherry. Oh, listen, you're just going to come on down here. You ain't that far. You are not that far, okay? Listen, we're going to have an Art Girls like reunion, and we're just going to meet up, and we're just going to come hang out. We're going to find a centralized place, and then we're just going to meet up and like hang out. Would that not be so fun? I would love that. I think that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just scared of TikTok. I have a TikTok and I do stuff on there, but like, it's usually just like stuff from Facebook I just put over there, but I don't know why it scares me, because I be on TikTok and I see what them people say and I'm like, please don't be mean to me because I'll cry. I can't handle it. So, Yeah. But yeah, that would be so much fun. We would have a blast. We would have a blast. So, Sherry, you're just going to have to just get on the road, okay? Get on the road, and you could bring your grandbaby with us, for sure. That would be fun. Maybe we need to plan an Art Girls, like, retreat. Maybe that's something I can work on for 2027. I think that would be so much fun. How fun would that be? We could rent, like, a big house, and we could craft. Yeah. How far are you from, like Gatlinburg or, like, Pigeon Forge area, Sherry? Is that far from you? Like, how far is that for you, Adia? Because that would be fun. We could do that. Cindy, where are you at? We need to plan that, because I think that would be so fun. Because that, you have to find a place where, like, there's like bigger houses that you could, like, get everybody together. But how fun would it be to, like, get everybody together, and we could have, like, a paint party, and we could paint, and we could just, like, talk business or talk creativity and fun and Jesus and all the stuff. Look, born to yap, baby. Okay. I love it. But anyways, okay, well, yay, I'm excited. After getting off this live, we got a plan. Oh, okay, so you're like 3. Okay, so you're about 5. Ooh, God, you might need to fly, Sherry. I mean, listen, this is my thing. I got to go to Utah in September, and I'm already like, I wish I could just drive there, because I don't like to fly. Gatlinburg's about 3 hours from me, too. 3.5. So, yeah. But 5 to 6, man. You out in the valleys somewhere in Tennessee. You're on the other side, right? It's crazy, because, like, I met somebody from Kentucky, and I was like, oh, we're part of Kentucky. And they were like, oh, that's like 6 hours from here. And I'm like, what? Is Kentucky really that big? Oh my goodness. So, South Carolina's small, I guess. But anyway, well, I'm so glad y'all hung out with me to paint my little backpack. I think it turned out so cute. It just makes me excited for back to school, because I like the routine, So, all right, friends. Well, I hope y'all have a good afternoon. I'm going to go, and my husband's home from work. I seen the garage door notification come up. And, go wash my hands and get ready for some supper and church, and I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all big.